Hey everybody, Kaiden here, and welcome back to another gaming video. So today we are back in BeamNG.Drive, and now if you don't know what BeamNG.Drive is, I made a whole video on what this game is and if it is worth it. And just to sum it up, BeamNG.Drive is a really cool racing, physics, and crash physics game. It is super fun. There's a bunch of things that you can do in it. Not only if you're a car fan, you can also have a bunch of fun in this game. And so today we are going to be checking out the B-52 Mitchell mod. Now, in BeamNG.Drive, there's a bunch of mods that you can download. So, for example, I have already downloaded a couple of mods so that we can fly on different maps and stuff. So, for example, Italy is a map that's already included with BeamNG.Drive. Now, this one already has an airport, which we'll primarily be using Italy today, but there's also a runway map as well. So, for example, in Italy, we have the runway here. And so if we go ahead and just spawn in, and then we'll go ahead and spawn in the aircraft. Now the B-52 mod, I'll show you where that's at. It is located in the mod section, and it's really easy to find. It's one of the most popular plane mods. And now, me coming from a flight simulator perspective, I have already flown this just a tad bit of time just so I don't mess up on anything. And I gotta say, it was pretty fun to fly, and I'm gonna go check it out in depth more with you guys. So it looks like we're just loading in here just a little bit. And see, almost done there. So I'm gonna go over how the model looks, how well it flies / drives, and also a bunch of different other things such as the crash physics, and as well as pretty much just how the mod is put together as a whole and how easy it is to download. It looks like we are just about done here. Now that we're finally loaded in, let's go ahead and spawn in the plane. So in the vehicle sections here, we can go ahead and scroll down to this mod right here, the North American B-52 Mitchell. Now it has two different handling mods on here. You can either have it realistic or arcade. Now the realistic is just a tad bit more harder to fly, and the arcade is more suitable for arcade type style playing. And to find this mod, all you have to go to is the mods folder, and this is really handy with a lot, and I mean a lot, different mods that you can download. As you can see, I already have a couple of mods downloaded here. And so pretty much you go to your repository over here, and you can select different categories here, such as land, air, props, boats, and all that other stuff. And all you want to do is unselect whatever you want to find for different mods. For example, if we only want to find air mods, we can unselect land, props, boats, scenarios, terrains, all these other things here. And it should pull up as one of the first ones. So for the air mods, we have here, it should be very easy to find, the B-25 Mitchell. So you can go ahead and go here, and the cool thing is that you can subscribe to it. And so what that does is that it downloads a mod, and whenever it is updated, whenever the mod's updated by the author here, it'll automatically update for you. So BeamNG.Drive makes it super easy to go ahead and install different mods for yourself. And so that's what I find is really cool. So let's go ahead and spawn in the plane here. And so I think we'll just start off with the arcade handling first. And we can go ahead and spawn this in, and oh my gosh. There's also different liveries that it can come with. As you can see here, we have the silver American livery on this B-52. And what is really cool is right here we have all of our controls, and it makes it really easy and not very clunky to use as well, because it shows it all over here. And there's different modes where you can look at for different views, such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and no 9 or 0. So that is really cool about this mod, and by holding down control, you can see all of the little things that you can grab onto. And you can see that this mod is made pretty nicely. As you can see, there's the different panels and pieces, and they did a really accurate job with the B-52, all right proper proportions. And so we'll go ahead and spawn in a car for comparison to how big this is. So we'll just spawn in this little car right here, the Hirochi SBR4. We'll just spawn in a new one to show you comparison. And oh my gosh, that is so close to the prop. We coulda got struck by the prop there. Anyways, let's go ahead and show the comparison here. So as you can see, it's pretty accurate to a BeamNG.Drive car, about this size. And so we'll go ahead and park our car somewhere else so we don't get hit by the plane. And so let's go ahead and take off. So now taking off is pretty easy. As you can see here, we can put our flaps down for flaps 40 for landing flaps. And what is really cool is that you can also adjust trim as well, which pretty much tunes out your aircraft to pitch up or down if there's winds or any other thing. And there's also throttle and as well as your wheel brakes as well. And then the cool thing about that is there's also right here your bomb doors and to jettison the bomb. Now to spawn in a bomb, all you do is Control W, and as you can see here with the ordnance, we can spawn in bombs if we want to. So it is really cool because you can spawn in bombs and they'll start exploding as well. And so I think we're pretty much ready to take off here. Let's go ahead and add some power to this. And it works a little different from a car sort of throttle. On an airplane, you have a kind of like a lever throttle. So as you can see, we can stay at 61%. We'll go all the way up to 100. And for our pitch, it's just going to be our mouse. Simple up. And we're airborne. And to put our gear up, we can do N. So it's all within reach of your keyboard. You use T, F, G, H is where you rest your fingers. Now, one thing that I have came across with this mod, I'm not sure if I'm doing anything wrong, but for some reason, it makes this weird noise when I'm flying it with the gear up. So I'm not sure if it's because of the gear that's like rubbing against the little tray in the engines or what. So I'm just gonna quickly put the gear down for now, just so that we don't have that annoying sound there. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other views. So we have our external camera where it can kind of chase and fly away on us. And the relative camera is really cool as well because it has working yoke here. As you can see, we can go left, right, up, down. And I think that's really cool. They definitely did put a lot of attention to detail on this. And there's just a bunch of other camera modes that you can have as well, which make it really, really nice. And so we've been flying out from the ocean here for a little bit, so I think we're just gonna want to go ahead and go in for another landing to see how it flies and lands. So realistically, we would want the gear up, but since it makes that weird noise, we're gonna have it down for now. And so it looks like the airport is just over there, and let's hope we can make a pretty okay landing. We're gonna want landing flaps. We should really reduce our speed a lot here. And the physics on this is just really cool how the aerodynamics work. It's really awesome that you can have a car game like BeamNG become a flight simulator if you wanted to as well, the B-52. And keep in mind there's also a bunch of different other liveries and stuff that you can use with this plane. So we're just coming in here for a landing. And if any of you guys know how I can fix that gear sound problem, please let me know because it kind of bugs me when I put the gear up and it makes that weird noise. Sorry, I keep tripping on my words today. And runway is in sight. We'll go ahead and want to try to make a pretty nice landing and hopefully not break anything. Ooh, that was rough. That was really rough. That was really rough. Alright, well, at least we're still in one piece for a game like BeamNG.Drive. And so, as you can see, it flies really well, and it's pretty awesome to fly with. It's super fun to not only fly, but take off and land, and just maneuver around. And that's really awesome for something like this. And what is our front gear doing? That is strange. But anyways, now it's time for the fun part. We're going to do a quick little crash test here, because BeamNG.Drive is all about their crash physics. That's one of their staple things it's known for. So let's go ahead and just do a really quick takeoff. We're going to want flaps 40 for this. And we're just going to go ahead and crash into something in this plane. And we'll show some of the crash physics and how well it breaks apart. Alrighty. Oh yeah, and really quick thing. To open the bomb bay doors, all you do is you click comma, and you have the bomb bay doors open. And then to drop bombs, you can press period. So as you can see, bombs are dropping out. And they actually explode, which is really cool. It's awesome. So you can bomb different cars and targets, and just have a lot of fun with it. So let's go ahead and crash. I think we're gonna want to crash. I'm not sure if we want to do a nosedive crash. I think we'll just do something a little bit more realistic and suitable, such as this. And we'll put on some slow-mo here. Ooh, look at that. And let's go ahead and watch. And oh my gosh, that is super satisfying. And oh my gosh, my eyes! The camera glitched out there. As you can see, it just splits apart really nicely. And I think it mimics the physics really well. And there is all of our airplane pieces just gone. So that was really satisfying. And a little thing that I have noticed is that with a lot of these pieces here, they kind of get bent a little bit weird. And this main fuselage hub usually stays together, and the rest is usually just in a bunch of different pieces and stuff. As you can see, like the engine there, and part of a lot of the gear and stuff. So that is super duper fun with the B-52 Mitchell. And so let's just go ahead and bring this car here. And I found something really fun that you can do. Since this has a spinning propeller, you can grind up cars just like that. And our car is absolutely ruined, and we're gonna have to buy a new car because this isn't good. And maybe a new plane as well. Alrighty, so that has to do it for the looks and impressions of the B-52 Mitchell. One thing else that we are going to do is we're also going to try to tear this apart as well to show you. So as you can see, it has all of these little connected points which you can pull on, and it will show you the force that you are doing onto it. And so as you can see, all of these little dots here. And so it stays together pretty well under the circumstances that it is for flying. But if you really do mess with it, it gets really floppy, and so that is a big plus. That's not really flimsy like the cars here, because it's supposed to withstand a bunch of the Air Force and stuff. And so, as you can see, it's pretty fun to actually just fling this around everywhere. And our propeller's doing something really weird here. I'm not sure if we can catch onto it. And so it stays together pretty well. And as far as stress testing different pieces, you can tell that the force actually does kind of make it lose its balance, just like the real plane would. And as well as just pulling on it, it's a little bit stronger than you would want it to in some other pieces compared to like the car over there. But for how they did the wing structure and stuff, it's pretty nice how they did it. It makes it very flexible, just like the real thing. And with our rudders here, they come off pretty dang easy. So that's a little thing with the B-52. And overall, this is a really cool mod. And let's go ahead and check out a couple of other things here. So in the vehicle section, when you go to the B-52 Mitchell, when you go to the arcade mode and the realistic mode, if you keep switching through the aircraft, as you can see, there's different liveries that can spawn in with each. So they have all realistic liveries on them. They have these American liveries here, which are really nice. And that's what's really cool about this mod. And so one thing that I have noticed, though, is that when... I'm not sure why we're not taking off. Probably because we messed that one up. Anyways, let's just go ahead and take off with this one. But one thing that's really cool is that once you start building up enough airspeed and really start to catch the air with this plane here, it actually does respond pretty realistically as far as flapping the wings and different control little stuff starts to move. So let's go ahead and lift off here. That's that word I was trying to use. Control surfaces, that's my bad. But you'll start to see once we start to gain a little bit of speed and just start to really stress the aircraft. As you can see there, we have a bunch of wing flex, and it's kind of hard to get out of that because of that stall. And as you can see there, we just completely broke the game because of that. So that's a little bit of a downside with this mod too, is that it's also really prone to kind of just crashing your whole entire game and ruin it because of that reason. It's a flying vehicle, and if you crash it, sometimes it will mess up just like that because BeamNG.Drive's engine sometimes can't handle that. So I'm going to go ahead and relog the entire game again, and I'll be back. Okay everybody, so I have loaded back up the game again, and now let's get ready for our next test. Now the next test is going to be flying this thing into this tasty cola dry van trailer over here. Now this test is going to be how well it interacts with a bunch of the other regular BeamNG.Drive stuff. So with crashing this thing, we're gonna hope that this doesn't bug out and really mess up our Tasty Cola trailer here, and let's hope it doesn't crash like last time, because that will prove that it doesn't do too well with a bunch of other BeamNG products. So let's go ahead and prepare for takeoff. We have our flaps down and full throttle, and now we're gonna want to circle around to the left and hopefully hit that thing in slow-mo. And so we're just going to approach our speed to take off here. And I think we're okay to pull back. Alright. Now let's see, does it fix with the gear up noise? Nope, it does not. We're gonna put the gear immediately back down because of that noise. And I'm not sure if it's stuck. Okay, never mind, it's coming out. Anyways, so we're just going to do a quick little circle around here. And man, it's just super fun to have a flying vehicle in BeamNG.Drive when you're always used to a bunch of cars. So after this trailer test, we're going to go ahead and want to try a different car or truck to see how well that performs as well. And man, I'm not sure if there's actually a limit onto how far you can go off the grid map. I'm guessing there should be. I could be wrong though. Okay, looks like we're just going to want to turn a left here. And now this would not be good if we missed our targets. That would be not good. Now I'm pretty sure we're around this little sector over here. We might be a little bit more to the left, which will not be good. So that means we'll have to circle around again. But I'm pretty sure around here we could have been a little bit more to the right or to the left. So let's hope we have it in sight, but so far I'm not seeing anything. That's not good. Oh, never mind. It's there. Alright, let's go ahead and put on some slow-mo here. Because we want to actually make sure we fly this thing into our target. So let's see. We're just approaching here. We want to get, yes, a little bit of our wing. Oh, come on. Please don't tell me we're going to hit it. Oh. Come on. We're so close. We're just going to barely skim the landing gear. Okay. Alright. That's nice, isn't it? We just barely scraped right over the trailer. Come on, man. Alright, let's go ahead and go around for round number 2. That was just my bad. That we couldn't hit the trailer. Come on, man. Okay, so I think we're just going to try to go ahead and go for a little bit quicker approach time than before. Let's hope we don't hit our prop. Okay, phew. And we're gonna try to make a steep left here to make sure that we get there a little bit quicker than before. Alright. Almost about there, because I remember this little section over here. Now, I don't want to stall the aircraft out. That would not be good. Alright. Now the trailer should be popping up any moment. There we go. Now let's put on a little bit of slow-mo so I can still kind of maneuver it. And we'll turn on even more slow-mo when we're about to hit the semi-truck trailer. Now come on, we gotta make sure that we actually hit the target and not go more up. Come on. Oh, I think this is gonna do it. Ooh. Look at that. We just ripped the whole trailer off with our gear, and there goes our airplane. Right into the ground. That's crazy. They actually stayed pretty well as far as the slow-mo goes. And man, we just had all the force be hit by our landing gear there. And that was crazy. Let's see. Is our wing gonna hit there? Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind. There goes the plane. And geez, look at that. That is crazy. That worked really well. It just took the whole top off of this, and you cannot kind of actually see where the plane hit it. There's a little plane peeping through the hole there, where you can see where its gear went through and everything. That is absolutely awesome, and it's very satisfying. And so yes, this does work very well with a lot of the other BeamNG.Drive. Whew. And so let's go ahead and respawn our trailer and respawn our plane there. And we're going to go in for one more test. and that is going to be with our car here. So we can either try a bus or I think we're gonna want to try a normal BeamNG.Drive car. We'll try the B-25 Corvette. So I think we're just going to want just a normal one. So we'll place this here, and now this will be a really small target. This will be a super duper small target. So I think I might try to come in from either the side or the front and see what happens when we hit this with the plane, and hope it doesn't bug out with the car, because the semi-truck trailer is pretty much just a box with a bunch of tasty cola in the back. So this will be the final test of today, and so far I'm really liking this mod. It's very fun. And so, oh, I forgot flaps. That is essential. We have our flaps. Okay, I'll just put the flaps up, even though we should probably leave it down for a little bit more. Let's go ahead and scroll back around. Now the thing is, I don't want to over-maneuver this thing like a fighter jet, because this might break a control surface or even stall out of the sky. So it looks like it's a very slow turner as far as making it so it doesn't fall apart mid-air. And yep, we are definitely way off course here, but that is okay. We can fix that. Alright, now we just need to line up very straight with the car. Let's hope we can do that and not hit anything else, because there's a bunch of structures here that we do not want to hit. And the car should be up here any second now. We're just going to turn on 2 times, just so that I can have enough time to readjust where I'm about to hit. Let's go 4 times, 16 times, and we might actually strike a little bit off the ground, which will not be good. Yep, there goes our left gear. And oh, come on. We might miss the car by a whole lot. Oh, dang. Well, yep, that car is safe. Alrighty then. Now, I actually have another idea, since I cannot really fly this very well. We're going to try to taxi down at very high speed, down over here, and just go ahead and lift off just a little bit before we're about to hit them, and hit them with the plane. So, we'll apply some brakes here. That should give us enough room to kind of take off just a little bit and be able to hit the car on target this time. And we'll actually put it at 2 times slow-mo when we're flying it, just so that we have way enough time to hit it. If I do not hit this, I'm going to be very, very disappointed. Alright, I believe we are lined up now, and let's go ahead and, whoa, what is the plane doing? Okay, let's go ahead and take off now. Well, not really take off, just a very high speed plane. And I think right as about we're about to hit the car, I might try to put the gear up. I'm not sure if this will respond to not putting the gear up, if it's smart enough to detect that. It's probably not, so let's see, we're right on target now. So I'll put gear up. And ooh! And there goes our gear. And oh my gosh, look at this. They just completely flattened the car. And there goes our runway. We just scratched, not the runway. There goes our plane, just totally scratched up our paint there. And wow, that was pretty cool. I like how we just started to collapse a little bit on the car. Can this drive though? It can drive, but it's very squished. I'm very sorry for you, Mr. Car. Let's see, can we fix the dents? Nope, we just made it even worse. That is my fault. Anyways, that is going to have to do it for the B-52 Mitchell mod. Overall, I had a bunch of fun with this, and I can't wait to do a lot more videos with me just having fun messing around with BeamNG.Drive, playing with both the plane and different cars. And so, definitely I do give this a big thumbs up. The modeling, I give a very big thumbs up. They did a really good job with the liveries, and as well as the look with it. And the handling is really fun to fly. In fact, even for an avid flight simulator player, I would actually have a bunch of fun flying this around in the world of BeamNG.Drive for landing, and as well as just for taking off and flying around, because in BeamNG.Drive you have actually consequences for when you hit something. just like on that landing there, I had to make it a little bit more smoother, or else my gear could have fallen off. So that is what I really love about this mod, and I can't wait to do more of this. It's really fun to handle, and overall the crash physics are really good for a mod. It's very one of those high quality ones, and definitely check out this mod, and all credit goes to the creator of the B-52 Mitchell mod. They did an amazing job, and this was wonderful. I really love it. And thank you all guys for watching. If you guys want to see more BeamNG.Drive videos, please stay tuned for that, because I will definitely be making more in the future. And if you enjoyed this video, it'd be very much appreciated if you give me a like, and also if you're new here, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and to make sure that you do not miss out on any new videos from me, go ahead and hit the bell notification button. That's not a video. Yeah, hit the button if you want to stay tuned for me. And that has to do it, guys, for the B-52 Mitchell mod, and I hope you guys had a beautiful day, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye!